I'm still buzzing from the adrenaline and honestly feeling like the absolute queen I know I am. So here's what I've been planning since this whole nightmare started. Malcolm thinks he's smart with his manipulation tactics, but he made one crucial mistake. He underestimated exactly how smart I am and how well I know his patterns. See, Malcolm has this thing where he can't resist bragging about his conquests. Always has. He filmed the whole Sabrina kiss situation because he gets off on having proof of his power over women. And I knew, absolutely knew, that he'd saved videos from that party. Thursday afternoon, I text Malcolm asking if we can meet up to talk. Not to get back together, but to have an honest conversation about where we went wrong so we can both move forward. He responds within 30 seconds saying yes and suggests we meet at the coffee shop near campus where we had our first date. I tell him that's too public and emotional for this kind of conversation. What if we meet at his apartment Saturday afternoon so we can talk privately without interruptions? Malcolm agrees immediately, probably thinking I'm finally ready to come crawling back like he predicted. Saturday I show up at Malcolm's place at 2 p.m. He's clearly put effort into his appearance. Showered, nice shirt, even cleaned his normally messy apartment. He offers me coffee and asks how I've been holding up. All concerned and caring like he wasn't sending me unhinged text messages at 4 a.m. I tell Malcolm I've been doing a lot of thinking about our relationship, and I want to understand his perspective on what happened. That maybe I did overreact to some things and I want to hear his side without interrupting or getting defensive. Malcolm's whole face lights up. He starts explaining how he never meant to hurt me and how the party situation got completely out of hand due to peer pressure and alcohol. That kissing Sabrina was just him being stupid and showing off, not any kind of deliberate betrayal. I nod along and ask follow-up questions. What exactly were his friends saying that made him feel pressured? How did the kiss with Sabrina actually start? Was there anything leading up to it that I missed? Malcolm gets more animated as he talks, clearly feeling like he's finally getting through to me. He explains how Dean and Randall kept joking about him being whipped and under my control. How they dared him to prove he wasn't afraid of me by flirting with other women. Then he tells me something I didn't know before. Apparently, the whole thing was planned. Dean had texted Sabrina earlier that week and invited her to the party specifically to mess with our relationship. They thought it would be hilarious to see how I'd react to her showing up. I act surprised and hurt by this revelation. Ask Malcolm why he went along with a plan designed to humiliate me. He gets defensive and says he didn't know about Dean's plan until that night, and by then he was too drunk to think clearly. Malcolm explains that when Sabrina started flirting with him, his friends began filming and egging him on. That he felt trapped between disappointing his friends and disappointing me, so he made a split-second decision that he immediately regretted. I tell Malcolm I appreciate his honesty, and I'm starting to understand what really happened. That maybe I was too quick to judge the situation without knowing all the facts. Malcolm relaxes completely, probably thinking he successfully manipulated me back into forgiveness. Then I ask the question I've been building up to. I tell Malcolm that my friends have been asking me what really happened that night, and I want to be able to explain it accurately. Do you still have any videos from the party that might help me understand exactly how everything went down? Malcolm hesitates for a second, then admits he has some videos on his phone. He says his friends sent him clips from that night, but he hasn't looked at them because they're too painful to watch. I ask if we could watch them together so I can see what he saw and understand his experience better. Malcolm wavers, clearly uncomfortable, but eventually agrees. He says maybe it would be good for both of us to face what happened honestly. He pulls out his phone and opens his photo gallery. There are at least 15 videos from that party. We start watching them together. And guys, they are so much worse than I even remembered. The first few videos show Malcolm dancing with other women while I'm standing nearby looking uncomfortable. You can hear Dean and Randall making comments about testing my limits and seeing how much I'll tolerate. Then we get to the videos of Malcolm with Sabrina. There's one where he's clearly groping her ass while she grinds against him. Another where he's whispering in her ear while staring directly at me across the room. You can hear his friends laughing and saying things like, "She looks pissed," and "This is so good." The kiss video is the worst part. It shows Malcolm grabbing Sabrina aggressively and kissing her with obvious passion. The video captures Dean and Randall chanting "She deserved it," while pointing their cameras at me. You can see me in the background looking absolutely destroyed. But here's the part that makes my blood boil. There's a video after I left. Malcolm and Sabrina are making out again, more intensely this time. He's got her pressed against the wall with his hands up her dress. Randall is filming and you can hear him saying, "Post this shit. She needs to see what she's missing." As we're watching these videos, Malcolm keeps trying to minimize what I'm seeing. It looks worse on camera than it felt in person. I was so drunk I barely remember this happening. The guys were just being stupid with their commentary. After we finish watching, I look at Malcolm and tell him those videos show deliberate, calculated cruelty designed to humiliate me for entertainment. that there's no amount of alcohol or peer pressure that excuses that level of disrespect. Malcolm immediately starts backtracking. He claims the videos don't show the full context and that I'm misinterpreting what I'm seeing, that he was drunk and confused and not thinking clearly about how his actions might affect me. I tell Malcolm I appreciate him showing me the videos because now I have a complete picture of what really happened. He looks confused and asks what I mean by that. That's when I pull out my own phone and show him that I've been recording our entire conversation. Every word of his planned humiliation confession. Every admission about going along with Dean's scheme. Every moment of him minimizing and excusing his behavior while the video evidence plays. Malcolm's face goes completely white. He starts sputtering about how I tricked him and recorded him without consent. I remind him that we're in a one-party consent state, and I have every legal right to record conversations I'm part of. I tell Malcolm that his confession, combined with his own videos, paint a very clear picture of who he really is. That I now have proof he participated in a deliberate plan to humiliate me, then lied to both our families about what happened. Malcolm starts panicking and asking what I plan to do with the recording. I tell him he's about to find out, then I start a group text with both our parents and hit send on a message I had pre-written. The message explains that I've discovered the party incident was a planned humiliation orchestrated by Malcolm and his friends. That I have video evidence and a recorded confession proving he lied to both families about what really happened. And that I'm attaching the relevant clip so everyone can see the truth for themselves. I attach the kiss video showing Malcolm passionately making out with Sabrina while his friends chant about me deserving it. The video of him groping her after I left. And key excerpts from our recorded conversation where he admits to going along with Dean's plan. Malcolm starts freaking out. He's grabbing for my phone trying to stop me from sending more messages. Begging me to delete everything and talk about this privately. Saying his parents will never forgive him if they see those videos. I tell Malcolm he should have thought about that before he participated in humiliating me for his friends' entertainment. That actions have consequences, and now he gets to face them. My phone starts buzzing immediately with responses from both families. My mom texts, "I'm so sorry you went through this, sweetheart. We're coming over right now." My dad just sends, "That piece of shit is dead to us." But Malcolm's parents' responses are what really make this perfect. His mom texts, "Malcolm, come home immediately, we need to talk." His dad sends, "I'm disgusted by what I just watched. You're not the son we raised." Malcolm is having a complete meltdown at this point. He's begging me to call our parents and tell them the videos are fake or taken out of context, offering to do anything I want if I'll just help him fix the situation. I tell Malcolm there's nothing to fix because this is exactly what he deserves. That he made his choice when he decided to publicly humiliate me for entertainment, and now he gets to live with the consequences. Malcolm starts getting angry then, saying I'm destroying his life over one mistake, and that I'll regret this when I realize what I've thrown away. That he's going to tell everyone I'm a manipulative psycho who records private conversations to use against people. I laugh and tell Malcolm that everyone already knows exactly who we both are now. That he can try to spin this however he wants. But the videos speak for themselves. As I'm leaving his apartment, Malcolm follows me to the door still begging and making threats. I turn around and tell him this is the last time we'll ever speak. That if he contacts me, my family, or anyone in my life again, I'll be filing harassment charges. The drive home was incredible, guys. I felt so fucking powerful and in control. Like I'd finally gotten justice for all the times Malcolm humiliated me and I just took it. When I got home, my parents were waiting for me. They both hugged me and apologized for not fully understanding how bad the situation was. My dad said he's proud of me for standing up for myself and exposing Malcolm's lies. My mom said she called Malcolm's mom after seeing the videos. Apparently, Malcolm's parents are mortified by his behavior and planning to have a serious conversation with him about respecting women. But the best part came later that evening. Celeste texted me screenshots from the group chat with Curtis, Dean, and Randall. Apparently, word got out about the videos, and now everyone who was at that party knows exactly what kind of person Malcolm really is. Malcolm has been silent on social media since yesterday. No posts, no stories, no responses to comments. And you know what the most beautiful part is? I didn't have to do anything illegal or unethical to get my revenge. I just used Malcolm's own behavior and words against him. He destroyed himself by being exactly who he's always been, a manipulative asshole who thinks he's smarter than everyone else. To all the commenters who said I should forgive him and work things out, fuck that. Some people don't deserve forgiveness. Some people deserve to face the full consequences of their actions. Malcolm is one of those people. I'm done being the understanding girlfriend who gives second chances to men who don't respect me. I'm done letting people treat me like shit because it's easier than standing up for myself. Malcolm thought he could humiliate me publicly and then manipulate our families into pressuring me to forgive him. He thought I was weak and desperate enough to crawl back to him like I always had before. Malcolm wanted to put me in my place. Well, congratulations, because my place is clearly several levels above his manipulative ass.